Alright guys, so I was continuing my 10 games of Olaf top series, and I got autofilled to jungle, so I had to dodge. Then I had an autofilled blind pick fizz mid on my team, so I had to dodge that game as well. I was streaming, so I didn't want to wait 30 minutes for the dodge timer, and so I decided to continue the Teemo to Diamond series. My in-game audio was super scuffed, but this was a really interesting game, and so I did not want it to be ruined by scuffed audio. Also, I'm committing to uploading every day, so just not uploading tonight was not an option. Right here, I opted to go for the harass over the last hitting. Harassing him draws creep aggro, and in turn will allow me to push the lane into him harder. This will make it harder for him to last hit under tower. It also procs his bone plating, so he's easy to harass as well. In this next play, Graves ganks me, and I opted to flash instead of tank the Jack's counter strike. I probably wouldn't have died here, but I would have lost all my HP, and then I would have had a TP back to lane. I think having TP is more important than having flash, especially in the early game. Graves ends up camping the bush, and Nocturne comes in for the counter gank. Because I'm a lot healthier than the Jax and I'm pushing into him, I'm able to collapse on the Graves and we're able to get his flash. The major difficulty of this game was the fact that I'm playing a squishy top laner, and the enemy mid was a Twisted Fate. The Twisted Fate ended up getting a free lane and was getting really farmed. Aurelion Sol was trying to roam, and he wasn't really pressuring mid, so I just kind of had to sit in the bushes and wait till Twisted Fate showed back on the map. By this time, I picked up Sork Boots and Seeker's Arm Guard. My plan was I was going to go Zonia's because the enemy team was pretty AD stacked, and their Draven was getting really fed. The Graves ends up invading, we collapse, I kill him, and I get a double buff. This leads to us diving the Jax. The TF ends up ulting me and blowing all of his sums to kill me, but overall it's pretty worth because having TF with no sums and no ult on the map is really good.
Back and forth, back and forth. This such a bore. I'm out the door. I'm looking for more. I don't want to see you anymore. Back and forth, back and forth. This such a
Draven rushes a frozen mallet, clear evidence of a demonic possession. The demon fully takes over and forces the Draven to flash, which makes absolutely no sense. A 20% slow is not going to stop a 455 movement speed Beemo.
You see through bloody fist on the ears. No room for fear or doubt, gotta let it out.
My team is also plagued by demons. As you can see, the Aurelion Sol is down by 50 CS. He's playing in a farm lane against a Twisted Fate, so he has no reason to be down any farm. My Nocturne is 0-5 and he's going full damage. On top of that, he's rushing into a Black Cleaver and the enemy team has no tanks. We know the enemy team is invading. I even ping the bush to let the Nocturne know that the enemy team is invading. But at this point, it seems he is fully possessed and is unable to react at all. And with this squishy build, he pretty much gets one-shotted. This leads to the enemy team trying to force a Baron when they know we're kind of all in the area. Definitely signs of some demonic mist floating in the air. The Draven, fully inebriated by the demonic mist, thinks he can 1v1 a Zonia's Teemo. Instantly regretting his decision, he flashes out but runs right into a mushroom and dies anyways. Graves, having inhaled a metric ton of demonic mist, attempts to finish the Baron to no avail. This leads to us securing the Baron and putting us back into the game. My team, busy attempting anti-demonic rituals, are too distracted to stop this Baron, so I have to do it alone. The TF pretty much one-shots me, but we do end up stopping the Baron. Somehow my team all dies, but demonic forces compel the Draven and Blitz to try to two-man the Baron. Because two of them are dead, we're able to rush in the Baron and start it without contest. The anti-demonic rituals proved to have paid off as Tom Kench last hits the Baron with an auto attack. The Nocturne, now fully empowered by demonic resin, is able to metamorphosize his ultimate and flies across the map, chasing the TF into his base. Because the Nocturne is so empowered, Jax is no match for this otherworldly creature. As the Nocturne narrowly gets away, the enemy team loses all hope, and we win shortly after, pushing me almost back to a 70% win rate.